Hello, everybody. Good morning. It's Sharon Taylor, founder and CEO of the Business Vision and Development Center. And today we're going to talk about build it or buy it on bagels and business for breakfast. Again, Yvonne Lorraine is in Virginia Beach doing her Riri retreat. I encourage you to hop over to her social media platforms at I am Yvonne Lorraine. Give her a thumbs up. Let her know that we miss her and we're thinking about her. So today on Bagels and Business for Breakfast, we're going to talk about whether you should buy a business or whether you should build your business. So it depends. For me, it was build. There wasn't anything that I wanted to buy off the counter. In fact, I didn't even consider it because I knew exactly what I wanted to do. But there are some options for you out there who don't want to put in the time or the effort to build something from the ground up. So I wanted to share with you some options of what you can do. And you could buy an existing business. You can look around and see something that interests you, because that is part of some people's exit strategies is to sell their business. So you can kind of do a search, what businesses are for sale in a specific service or product industry, a specific demographics, and then you can go and do some research, see how much one they want to sell the business for, if the employees are coming with it. It's a whole multitude of things that go into buying an existing business. So you pretty much would just step in, take over the operation, and bam, you're the owner and the new CEO. The business, if you make a wise choice, should already be generating cash. So that's a plus. So it should already revenue should be coming in. They may want to retire, but you shouldn't be buying it because they're selling it because it's not making any money. But let me add a caveat to that. You may see something that they didn't. You may be able to turn it around and bring in some revenue. But I want you to make sure that's one of your considerations. Make sure it's a product or service area that you're interested in. Make sure it's a legitimate business with all its paperwork, and weigh the options of the whether you want to step into something that's already been created. It can be costlier because you are buying all the components of the business. It could be all the assets, the location, the staff, material, anything. But also remember, you will be taking on its debt. So please pay attention to that as well. And if they've been a good business, a revenue generating business, and has good standing in the community, it might even be easier to get financing to expand. So I want you to consider that if you really don't want to do a startup. Another thing you can think about is franchising. So when you buy a franchise, it's like you're an owner, but you're not by yourself. The person that's selling the franchise is going to make sure your branding is on point, your product and services are on point, because their name is on the line. Think of McDonald's, think of Popeyes, think of all the other business that are franchised. Typically, when you go in one and then you go somewhere to the other, you should have a similar or same experience. That's the good thing of getting into a franchise. You get a book, here it is, this is who you buy from, these are the materials, this is how everything is made. You pay them, bam, you turn the lights on. So that could be kind of costly too. But I want you to, or you could buy a small franchise. But when you look at getting a franchise, I want you to think about what's in your area, who are your demographics, what geographic area are you looking at? Because if you're in, let's just say LA, when everybody's into the fitness craze, you may not want to do a Bojangles with biscuits and fried chicken and gravy. Not to say it won't work, but you really need to study your environment to make sure you get a franchise that's going to work. Typically, the franchise owners will help you make a good selection because at the end of the day, like I said, it's their name on the business. It's their brand name on the business. Another option is buying a business opportunity. Now, this can be kind of tricky. This is sort of, I'm going to give you an analogy. So your friend is, or family member, or someone is pitching you a business. Oh, it's a great opportunity. We're going to make so much money. You know, I've done the research. Here's the business plan behind it. I got finance and some. And I just want you to invest as a partner or a stockholder, or give me some money and I'll give you a percentage of that business. That's a good idea too, but again, you have to do your research. You really have to look at the contract aspect of that because you want to make sure that your investment is going to net you some return. A lot of people, and I always say that I don't know if it's a lot of people, some people will come to you and pitch a business opportunity. Yeah, I see this store over here. It's a pizza parlor. They're not doing good, and I just got a grand idea, and I need you to invest. Can you go in half for 25% so we can build it up? When you look at it that way, if it's not doing well, most of the time in that contract, you're going to assume 25% of that debt if you're giving 25% funding. I always want people to look at the opportunity, but look at the challenges. Some things sound good on the surface, but when you pull back the layers, there are some challenges that need to be met. Is the lease current? Are the bills current? Are the licensing current? Do you have the same relationship with the suppliers that the other person did? There is a lot going into investing in a business opportunity. And you also have to look at personalities. The person that's presenting the opportunity is a person you're going to have to be strapped to for a while. So consider, do they have the same business acumen? Did they just go in here and love the pizza and now they want to buy this pizza shop? Do we have the same styles of communication and organization? So when looking for not starting a business, but other business opportunities, there are a lot of things to consider: pricing, revenue, debt, management, and personalities. And make sure whatever business opportunity that you decide to go in, you look at their business plan. You ask them some questions that are in their plan to see if they've even read the plan, and do your research. Homework, research, homework, research, because once you turn that check over and you get that key, it's going to be hard to get back out of that business opportunity or franchise. So we'll see you soon. Don't forget to say hello to I am Yvonne Lorraine and wish her well on her retreat. See you next time.